Welcome back. We're back. It's our third segment, and like we mentioned, it is a fun segment we've got lined up for you. Karen Rosito is in with us, and you know when it comes to Karen, it is with a lot of energy as she teaches us exactly what to do. But for today, it's actually for workout routine for women over 40 years old. Karen.
Women and men.
Women and men. Oh, see this thing say woman. Woman and man.
Wait,
Karen,
so you have
good
a
morning.
different exercise over 40? You have a different type of exercise
No,
over
it's
40?
just that you have to remember that you're not 25 anymore.
Okay.
Karen, I'm sorry, but I feel 25. What do you do at 25 that you can't do at 40?
Run 3 miles without stop and take 5 breaths.
But that's what I do. I'm
And you're
40, Karen.
different. You ever see any 40, who are you?
40?
You ever see any 40-year-old man to keep up with you? Be honest.
I don't know.
Or run past you?
Good question. I don't know.
No, but it's true though. I think people slow down with time.
Yep, they
and
slow down.
Sometimes they start to feel like, oh, well, why bother?
Marlene, they have all the excuses in the world.
Of course.
My knee hurt me. It's raining outside. I really don't feel like it. Every time I walk, the bottom of my feet hurt me. Well, Papa, Mama, you're too heavy, right? You're heavy, right? So it's a matter of accepting that, listen, the reality is, every single day we age.
Yeah.
I met you at SCA. I know Bam, see you know, so many years ago, right? So when I said, I used to teach Marlene, I think at Food Farm, they said, who are you then? And I'm like, hold me. So anyhow, today I'm glad to be here.
Yes.
I hope my mom and my people from Canada and the States to watch can tell everybody.
Good morning.
I put it on Facebook and I put your picture up, okay?
And you make me real nervous with the gadgets that you bring.
Yes.
I have to tell you.
So first thing, right, you need to know, you need to be assessed.
Okay.
So you don't just look at YouTube and get up one day and decide, you know what, I'm going to just start exercising.
That's right.
At least people, get your blood pressure checked, get your blood sugar checked, know the dimensions of your waist, your navel, your hip, the ratio. And then you would see someone like myself, just jump on any scale at any clinician's office. The scale is a Tanita scale, high tech. But what it does, it takes the guesswork out of weighing and measuring.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, but in the olden days, we used to pinch body fat with a caliper.
Okay, yeah.
And if you're not so good, you get, but nowadays, honey, it ain't like that. You get on the scale barefooted, and electric current surges through your body, and it gives you everything you need to know and more. Your weight, the percent body fat, or body fat in your arms, your legs, your trunk. It tells you if you're hydrated, what percent of your weight is really muscle mass. So we are technologically way ahead of just a bathroom scale.
Of course.
So
because that number on the back, I always tell people you could be skinny fat.
yes, and that is the problem because you think that, you're nice and thin, or I wear a size 4 or whatever, and then when you jump on the scale, lo and behold, in the trunk area, the fat is too high. So it's a risk.
It's around your organs.
And in between,
and
everywhere. So it's when I was invited, I was like, man, there's so much to discuss as usual.
Yes.
The last thing my Tariq said, my husband, Kamala husband said, please don't go over talk to people. Eh?
No, but you're so passionate about it.
Yes.
And I love that. Karen, we've been doing this for years and years, and there's never a time you don't come that you don't tell us something that stays with us. I still can't eat meat pie the same way ever again. Do you know that? Many years ago, Karen broke down the calories in a meat pie, and I cannot eat a meat pie guilt-free again.
Look at when you're finished
You ruined me.
When you're finished with that meat pie, it's almost like you have a lip gloss. Rule of thumb, if it's a hot day and the fat stays on your lip, you know you're going to eat saturated fat. Beside that, right? So, exercise. Do you know that if you exercise even half an hour every day, you and I were discussing, you feel so good.
Feel good.
And you don't have to come to Karen, go to Crystal, go to Body 2000. You don't have to do
Or just go walk.
You could walk.
Yeah.
And now, well, with the state of emergency, it's a different thing. But
Yeah.
you could walk home, you could walk, go to the truck, it's safe, and you
Yeah.
could walk.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand, Marlene and John, for the life of me, you know you're getting heavy. You know your leg clothes not fit. You have to lie down on the bed and squeeze in the jeans.
Yeah.
No, you know. So why you not do something today? Cut back. Well, you know it's the carbohydrates and the sugars and the soft drink. Decide, you know what, I'm going to get up, or this evening instead I'll go sit down at some bar where you have to run from.
With a lot of sugar you drink.
With a lot of sugar
Yeah.
or COVID.
Yeah.
Then go take a walk, man. Right? Take a walk.
Yeah.
So I don't understand, like, I see some people and they be like, oh, Miss Karen, because I've been back in Belize 20 years.
Yeah.
You saw me 20 years ago and I did lose my 25 pounds or whatever, and look at me. I'm like, I don't know you. Like, what you expect me for to counsel you?
Yeah.
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 And you're boasting?
Because losing it is a challenge.
Yeah.
Keeping
Keeping
it
it
off
Right.
is the hardest
Hardest
thing.
thing. Yeah.
And as you get older, say, let's talk
Oh,
about over
gosh,
40.
yes.
Yeah.
You have to know that your metabolic rate slows down. The scale measures your metabolic rate.
Yeah.
And I would know if, oh, you need to do something, right? It slows down. 2, life speeds up. So you have kids in school,
More
you have to cook,
responsibility.
especially with COVID, you have to. So the only thing you could do for yourself is to eat right and exercise all the time.
That's it.
Because the heart is a muscle. It's
Yeah.
a big old muscle.
Yeah.
And the more you exercise, the slower it beats. So it's giving you longevity. You live longer.
Yeah.
That's true, you know.
And you know, I've always said, because I'm always fascinated, and I think I've asked you before. Sometimes it's because you have the kids and you think, okay, I should be with the kids instead of go exercise, but you can take them along.
Yes.
And you teach them that a healthy living is, I bet if I go back, one of your parents loved exercise, or somebody in your family was an avid athlete or loved
Yep.
exercise.
To this day, my dad, my mom, and they're both in their 80s, and no lot of diabetes,
Yeah.
and they're slim for age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't grow up because it was 4 of us,
Yeah.
like overdoing anything.
Yeah.
But
Your daughter now does the
yes,
same.
she
So
does
it's
the
like
same
once
thing.
you model, the next generation is a bit
They'll be
healthier
picking up,
too.
yeah.
and my
Definitely.
son also makes healthy jai.
That's
Yep.
right.
He also
made them
does that.
Amazing
So
fruit
and
bowls.
I was
Yeah.
shocked. I was like, what? But you know, because he's into you could say the technical field,
Yeah.
computers and cameras and all that. I was like, it's like, Mom, you know, it sells. So I'm glad for that, but I would want more Belizeans to realize that your doctor can't make you well. 1. 2, the best medicine is good food. You don't want to be sick and you work all your life, and as you get your leave pension, triple
hospital with
bypass,
that.
this, that, right? And if you eat right, you will enjoy your life, because the eventuality is that we'll die.
Yeah.
We'll all die, but how you dead? And how long it take? And
And
how
I
you
know-
suffer?
And I know Dr. Quera always says, he says, everybody thinks, oh, something will kill me anyway. He said, but how many people you know actually die in their sleep? Most people suffer.
Suffer,
They
yeah.
lose leg from diabetes. They lose eyesight. They get a stroke.
They lose family.
Yeah.
Because let me tell
Suffer,
you,
yeah.
you could have the best husband or wife and you get sick, and let me tell you, everybody gone, or they scorn you, or they treat you differently. So I'm saying to not be selfish, just simply take care of yourself. You know, as we age, the knees start acting up,
Oh,
especially
gosh.
if we're too heavy.
Yeah.
Because it's like your body is the vat, and then you had this good base, but now the base is gone, but you have 2 little lines stick left. Oh, you won't ever be a vat on 2 lines stick.
no?
Because the line stick will start buckle, right? And then eventually you'll be like, oh, I can't. I see some people that I used to know, they can barely walk.
Yeah.
And they're not old. Old, by the way, for me, is about late 80s. It's defined as, you know, well, really know your organs are getting there.
yeah.
But otherwise, I don't know where wrong with Belizeans. COVID, they're wrong, you know.
Yeah.
The better, the more you exercise and the better you eat, the less chances it has to punch you down.
Alarming. You said, I don't know where wrong with Belizeans, and I had one of my friends coming from the far frozen north and said, one of my observations with Belize is that there are a lot of people who are just overweight.
2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And overweight
Two
is
out of
nice,
three.
is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obese.
Yeah. Well, we have
they're overweight.
2 out of 3 Belizeans, based on the last statistics, were either overweight or obese.
obese.
That's
lot of
what we
people.
have.
When
Yeah,
you see
and
the-
you know, obese, we don't say anymore you are obese or I am obese. You have obesity.
Yeah.
So it's a disease.
You have
It's one
obesity.
of the metabolic,
Yeah.
it's the cluster that is considered metabolic disorder.
Yeah.
Your pressure high, your sugar high, your waist bigger than your hip, right? Right, we talk about skinny fat. When I drop that tape measure around your waist, which is the indentation, or even around the navel, and it's bigger than the hip, you don't need no trouble.
You're not trouble.
The risk factor for these diseases, like I could literally walk around and say, ooh, trouble, Worse if then they drink Coke. John, my mouth like miss, like this man was coming up, a certain person will bring up a Coke. I plain tell her, I hope that's enough for you. And she said, no, that for somebody upstairs, but we don't know. All I'm saying is that
You know, and I know people feel like losing weight is hard, you know, and my weight has fluctuated over the years.
But
it always had.
You look good.
Yeah, but I always know it. You know, you eat right, you exercise, you're fine. But the issue is often for people to start one when they're already heavy, because it feels like a losing battle, and then when they get older too, they just feel like, oh, it's less important, you know. I know, Karen, you don't agree with it, but you've seen so many people.
Yes.
Or they wait for the diabetes diagnosis or the pressure diagnosis, and then they jump on it.
And then by that time, you're already half depressed.
Yeah.
Because now you've been diagnosed with diabetes. Lord, why me?
Yeah.
Right? And then, so you'll be like, then you start procrastinating. I'll do it tomorrow. My thing is, Belizeans, do it today.
Yeah.
Do it right
Yeah.
now.
The weather has been cooperating, it has been
Yes.
beautiful.
That
I'm
is
still
so true
waiting
for
the-
rainy season.
I'm waiting for the feeder bands to
Yeah.
operate, so I could lock up and hug up, but it not happen.
Yeah.
One of the worst things right now, one, our eating habits as Belizeans. Two, most of us are in an office, and between 12 and 5, tough. But we fail to realize that we've got instruments right there in the office whereby you could do something to actually make your body feel better within that particular spot of time.
Yes, because most offices, you get a lunch.
Yeah.
Lunch break,
Yeah.
an hour, 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You could sit right there, up, down, up, down, and you could push up triceps,
Push
legs,
yourself, yeah.
everything you could decide, you know what, for somewhere, like I work at Digi Tuesday and Thursday. I see people come, you know, they change their clothes and they go to the truck, because our gym is not open. They go to the truck, they take their walk, they come back, take their shower and back to work. But those are the people, and that's because they only have 40 minutes, but it's 40 minutes more than you would
Even
have.
if you do half an hour.
Exactly, and I am so proud of them, because sometimes, guys, the sun is so hot. Even me, they're like, not today. But what I am saying is that you have to motivate yourself.
That's true.
And now YouTube. You're on YouTube for every single thing. So why not pop a 15-minute YouTube video and watch it?
Listen.
And do something.
Yes,
If
learn
you
something.
set a timer and say to yourself, okay, watch how long I just scroll through social media, that's enough time to work out.
Yep.
That's
yep.
true.
Yep.
That's true.
Yep. So
That's true.
I want to, especially if you're already there, remember at 25, your metabolic rate starts dropping. At 35,
Don't tell
at
me.
45. So
And that's why I always tell younger people, lose the weight now.
Lose
Yes.
it now.
Because it's just
Yeah.
harder
if they're
work
going
as you
off to
get
college,
older. Yeah.
lose it.
Yeah.
And when we say losing weight,
Lose the fat.
Losing body fat.
Yeah.
And body fat is measurable. So I want to know who will come on the scale.
Shanice, we got the
Shanice
producer.
gonna come on the scale,
She's
yeah.
gonna put
Yeah, but you know I have to put her on the spot, right?
Yeah.
Because the scale will tell you, the good thing with the scale tells you fat to lose,
Fat to
Okay.
lose.
right? So it's fat. No lose your mind.
Yeah. Don't let those numbers on that bathroom scale be your defining factor.
Exactly. Because
Because if I weigh 160 and it's all muscle, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Exactly, but
I'll
what
probably never be that. but
what
still.
people don't understand, you jump on
Not
the
muscle.
scale, you just drank a liter of water, let's say,
Uh-huh.
and you jump on the scale, you know the liter will be right there.
Yeah.
So no worry about that, worry about your clothes fitting you if you don't have an opportunity
Yeah.
to do this.
Yeah.
But first I was saying, like, I was feeling like a little bit down, man, what with Belizeans and so, but now it's like I'm at BFLA
Yeah.
on Wednesday morning at Mahogany Street for members.
Yeah.
I'm
For
also
NHI people.
at BFLA headquarters for private patients.
Okay.
Nice.
So our clients, they can be referred. Remember, you're my client, you're the doctor's patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't, when the doctor, like a doctor like Queer, Dr. Queer will tell you, listen, I know they give you medication for cholesterol. Let's say a nutritionist. He gives you a break,
Yeah.
right? Even Hidalgo, and then they'll tell you, but otherwise most doctors will say, see the medication,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they know you won't be compliant.
Yeah.
You're not going to go exercise. You won't eat any better.
Yeah.
You won't do your vegan diet because, darling, when you come to me with high cholesterol, it's straight vegan. Right? Ready?
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's check
So,
this out.
You knew.
Come up.
Yeah, yeah. They do it to me a lot.
She must
too,
have
yeah.
gotten the memo. Okay, first thing, right?
Uh-huh.
It's marked at 0.
Okay.
So clothes, we minus 1 pound for clothes. Because you know phone or nothing, right?
You
No
got
big,
headset.
big
You
bling.
got a headset.
And that phone at 20 pounds. And then, so she's either a standard female or an athletic female.
Okay.
An athletic female is someone who exercises all the time, right? So how old are you, Miss Shan?
You want to punch it in? Not tell people
Supposedly.
your age.
How tall are you?
5'5".
So we have to get the height correct, right? So then the scale is asking me, the provider, to set a goal for her.
Okay.
So I don't want to stress out for
Sunny.
Shan because there is a there is a max. You must have for her age at least 33% of body fat to be in the realm of health.
Okay.
You could stand up on the edge, on the least circle, but you're still there, right?
That this to
So
tell
I
me
set her
age
at
already.
33.
Okay.
So I would tell her, listen, you have to at least reach 33%. Then we could talk about muscle and the lead bikini picture where they show me, right?
Yeah.
All right, so you step up. And then these are the conductors.
Oh,
Okay,
you got
so
a
you
whole
hold
What
lot
it
it.
too.
does, it passes a current through your body, no worry, you don't feel nothing. and it tells you,
Karen said, like the pain going numb.
Say your
Yeah.
numbers if you're not comfortable.
but you know, like I always know to say, okay, you're well endowed. So we don't worry about, well, right? So we know, we already know where the fat will be.
Yeah.
So I can't say it, right?
Say that's fine.
Okay, so I set
How
her
much?
at 33% body fat, meaning 33% of her weight to be fat. She came in at 43.4.
Wow.
So you know you have,
10.4
that's
more.
10.4 pounds
Yeah, more.
percent
Yeah.
of fat. So she needs to lose, just to be healthy, 31.2 pounds of fat.
Wow.
And so what would happen after this weighing, you could step off, what would happen after this weighing, this is a copy, what would happen after this weighing is that I would take her impedance, like, you know, people would come to me and say, you know, Miss Karen, I really exercise, and I said, but your impedance high, man, you're obviously not doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Impedance is a muscle to fat ratio that the scale measures for your whole body, your right leg, right arm, left arm. It measures fat everywhere, right leg, right arm, and it measures the trunk fat, which is from between here and the hip. It includes the buttocks and the breasts.
Okay.
So she has 45.2 pounds of fat
Yeah.
in here, right? Pounds in here, out of her total fat, which was 87 pounds. Remember, percent pounds, don't get confused.
Yeah.
So all I'm asking her as a young person is just drop the 30 pounds, friend,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because it is a process and I would give them a time.
Yeah.
So we give August to cry over the weight and cry about where you can't eat. September, October, November, December.
Yeah.
What is 30 divided by 4?
30 divided by 4?
Um,
That's what I give you wrong. That's what I give you wrong because 7 fours is actually
28.
28, yeah.
So like, I would say, okay, so 7 pounds a month, Shan, should have been that kind of stiff. Okay, let's leave it, let's give you 5 months then. So 6 pounds a month. And they would literally see me once a month to monitor that they're doing, right? So
They're
one
giving you
more
that
thing.
6.
So, and this, it even told me her hydration level. So if we did the calculation and she's not hydrated, that's step number 1. You need to drink
Drink
water.
lots of water.
Yeah.
Because without water, nothing happens.
Nothing
you know,
happens.
stool good, you know, metabolize good, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to show them, and I'll put you up on the spot. We feel where the waist is, right? And we
Okay.
do that, right? So we measure there, we measure the navel, and we measure the hip.
Okay.
And we take what is called a waist-hip ratio.
Yeah.
And if it's over a certain number, then it means she's at risk for XYZ.
Wow.
And then what would happen, based on her metabolic rate, which is 6,862 kilojoules, she's supposed to take 1,640 calories a day. But we want her to lose fat.
So she has to
she'll
cut
get
down calories.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll get probably 1,400.
Okay.
So every time you eat per day, you're losing 200 calories. And when you walk, you're losing 500, 400,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Because everything counts calories now.
Yeah.
So then she would be writing down what she eats, even on mint sweet 50 calories, right?
What?
Yes.
All you have?
When you suck mint sweet, go clean on the teeth. Mint sweet with lot of sugar, right? No, right? So she would then, we would go over what you like, what you don't like, and let's start. And it's not expensive. What is expensive is if you have to get diabetes medication.
Yeah.
Right?
Bypass
It's true.
this,
So-
It's true.
Yeah, so I would be checking in on her or calling her, what happened? You jump off of the wagon, because I'm quite frank and I know beat words. You know, Miss Karen, I don't have money, girl, try come, I could pay later.
Yeah.
Right? Something. No, not everybody could come and pay later, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So it's all about accountability.
Yeah.
And I will be there. So, and this is what it looks like. And this usually goes on an explanation sheet.
Yeah.
And you have something to look at.
Yeah.
One for me and one for you.
All right.
So, and then, so just, I know we're against time, right?
Yes.
So I'm teaching aerobics, and you say, Miss Karen, I'm too old for anything. I can't do jumping jacks, or I can't go on the floor because I get dizzy. So you could say you have standing abs, right? And right now I have on jeans, so it's not the most comfortable thing, but I could still, right? So these abs, right? Jumping jacks, you can't do this, right? So as far and as fast and top as you want, or push. And you work every inch of your body.
That's it.
And you don't need to jump.
And you could do this right in the office.
Yes, because imagine, and what I usually do, I'd give you a guide sheet to say every day I want you to do so many leg lifts, so many, because crunches are crunches. Then I know you could do 1,000,000 crunches a day and you won't get that defined abs.
Yeah.
Abs are made in the kitchen.
That's right.
Right?
That's
so,
right.
You have to lose all the
eventually,
fat off of it. It won't just
So
miraculously
You
appear.
move off.
it's so, to me, it's basic.
Yeah.
Less calories in, more calories out doing exercise.
Yeah.
And you balance. And I could literally tell you, like if I should see her in 2 weeks, I could literally tell her what she has been doing based on the comparison of the papers. So,
all right.
So like you said, you are at BFLA.
BFLA is for BFLA members.
Okay.
And that is
Watch
the
out.
$2 thing,
out.
right?
All right.
The $2 thing that you pay if you're an NHI member.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that is that. You have to be a member of the Mahogany
Yeah.
Street Clinic. But I am privately at BFLA headquarters, which is right here on Mercy Lane.
Right around
Right?
here.
And we have reduced our charges so that they make money, I make money, and everybody's happy.
Yeah.
So somebody can come in just for this assessment to get them started.
Yes, they don't, because there's something called a consultation, which involves giving a diet therapy,
Diet.
which looks like that. That, by the way, is a semi-vegan,
Okay.
right? And there's also some, you like your meat, okay, then, so make we deal with that.
Yeah.
There are certain things that I just not give you in a diet, and it's like shrimp and things like that.
You wouldn't give shrimp?
No, because it's very high in cholesterol.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
right?
true.
So But that's a 2-week diet, Marlene. And you can mix and match because it's balanced.
Karen, a lot of people suck their teeth, Karen, no pigtail, not in there.
No pigtail, no in there, boy.
Oh my God.
Eat pigtail on your birthday.
Once a year.
Listen, you have to give something to get something. And it's giving up the things like, let's say you are a Coke. You like Coke, you're an addict. No, right? Then I'm not telling you to drink your Coke, but maybe drink a half glass with a whole full glass of ice.
Yeah.
And sip it. And then put up the bottle of Coke.
Still get a flavor.
Do something. I not just let you stop cold turkey. But I've been at it, and there are some people that literally, small percent, stick to it and still look good after 20 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Well, Ms. Carr, we're so thankful to have you in. We're totally out of time. Shanice know what if you don't know. And we know exactly where to get to you. All right? So thank you so very much for coming in with us this morning. Yeah, you tell him, my God, you've made it. We're going to take our final break. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up. Stay with us. We'll be back.